This is Paul, a long-term student here at Urban Forex and currently an FTMO trader. Today, we'll look at the journey he took to reach this milestone.
I lost around $960,000. Naveen was like, okay, I will give you the knowledge, and then from that knowledge, you can come up with your own strategy. I had everything that I wanted to start trading, but the only problem I had was the risk management. You cannot risk 5% of the account size, because if you risk 5 from Prof Farm and they're telling you if you lose 10%, you're gone. So I have to give myself more trades. Naveen, I think he has impacted many lives. Be patient, do the work. Don't look at the result. Your time will come. And the most important thing in trading.
How are you doing, mate? No, don't worry, all good.
How about you?
Yeah, very good, thank you. You know what, when Mariana and the team asked me, they said, hey, we've got a long-time student, he's got a very inspiring story, doing really good things with his trading. Do you want to have a call with him? And then I saw your name, like, sure. It's Paul. I know Paul. Beautiful. I'd love to do it.
Thank you very much, Ryan,
yeah,
for this invite. I really appreciate.
Yeah.
And we have been talking with Mariana through the email, and I shared something to her.
Before we go back, I'm curious to know, firstly, just for anyone who's curious, where are you calling from? Where are you connecting from?
Okay, I am in Kenya, Nairobi. That is my country. And
if I'm not mistaken, you've dedicated yourself to trading full-time now, is that right?
Yes.
Okay, good. Because I always love asking this question because every person has a different answer. But I'm curious to know, how did you go about with that transition, that leap going into full-time trading?
Yes, okay. As I had shared before, I started trading about 2016. That was on June 2016. And there was a friend of mine who told me that I can make money through trading. And I was like, make money. And at that time I had a place that I was working from. It was a cyber place where there were so many computers there. Then that guy was coming to the place and then downloading every computer with MT4. I was asking, what is this app for? Then one day I asked that guy, what is this? And he told me, you know what? This is for trading. I asked him, what are you trading? Then he started telling me that you can use this, trade currencies. How? I asked him how. And then from there, I remember it was on a Sunday. He connected me to a friend of him, and that friend, that was on Sunday. I went to that person that same day, and that person told me, this is what you do. I use moving averages, 50, 100, and that. And then you look at the trend. If the moving average, if the price is above all the moving averages, that is an uptrend. That was on a Sunday now. After like 1 hour, I thought, now I am good. Now I'm a good trade. And now, that same night, I had to open an account with a Forex broker, and I deposited $100 to start. Now, I didn't know there was something called leverage. I didn't know about it. When it is going up, you place a buy. When it is going down, you place a sell. That is what I was told. And then one day, I asked myself, I am making $0.01. Why? Because I didn't know that money I had couldn't have, even if I open up a trade of 0.1, not size, it was not possible to make anything from that because it was a very small account. Now, I got interest in this and I got an idea of what is going on. Before that, because I had now started trading with a huge account, because I had an idea now from June to June 24th, when there was that Brexit, I had an idea and I had a big account. And actually, that same morning, I made around $500 that morning. And now I was saying I'm going to make 10,000 USD within a month. Now, that period, there was that period from 21st, that is when the Brexit happened, up to October 7th. Back 2016 October, there was that crash that happened whereby the pairs that I had, the GBP Aussie went down about almost 1,000 pips, and I was in that trade. My account, and I lost around $960,000. Now, I shared with the same guy, and he told me, Paul, you can stay for like 2-3 weeks, and then you will decide whether you start trading or not. And after that, actually, because of the fear that I had, when you have lost a lot of that huge capital, I was like, now I started with another small account, applying the same techniques that I was learning from master MPA course. And I kept on following what Naveen was saying. I joined Elite. That time was Watch Something. The name of the website at that time was not Urban Forex. It was
Forex Watches.
Yes,
Forex
something
Watches,
like that.
Yeah.
I joined, and he started to encourage us, giving us very good ideas of how to trade. Then he released the form battle course. Then we subscribed to that. Then the final journey now was back to in 2022 when we started learning about the unicorn. I think a unicorn from Ali.
Yeah, that's where I met you, right?
Yes, and from there, I was not a full-time trader because I had so many things that I was doing at that time. Since 2022, after that course, I have been doing online work, and I was very busy at that time. So back 23 years, that is when I decided, now maybe if I am serious on this, maybe it will give me some. Actually, it was a forced way of coming back to a full trader, because what I was doing before the AI came and all of us, we are now out of the job, and now we had to ask ourselves what to do now, because now I'm not working anymore. The work has we don't get even those orders now. What do I do? But I thank God that I had this in mind. I knew how to place a buy and sell and use a good strategy from Naveen. And back 2016, I had introduced myself prop farm trading, and I got one from a certain company. I don't know whether it is okay if I mention the company, but it because I am not doing any marketing. Let me not mention the company. And I started with that, and actually I can say Pro Farm has helped me because I had a strategy. I had everything that I wanted to start trading, but the only problem I had was the risk management. I didn't know how much is enough for me. It was a challenge to me because every time I feel like, it's like I don't have any progress. Even if I make 5%, I see like it is nothing to me, because I thought I should make 50% of my account size, but I came to find that it is not like that. According to pro firms, they don't want you to make a big percentage. Actually, they are telling you, if you pass step 1, you just give us 10% following these rules. Then that is step 2, 5% following these rules. And actually, by that, you see, you are now forced to follow those rules. And actually, I can say by following them, it changed my mindset. And now I can start targeting like 1 to 3% a month. I'm very much okay with that. That one gave me the peace of mind, being patient with the trades, and also being calm. You see, when you're calm, when you're trading and you're very calm, actually you have peace. Because before then, I was like, how can you make 3% a month? But now I have accepted that. Accepting that you should make 3% or 5%, it can't just come by saying. I had to do a lot of activities for that one to happen. And you see, Naveen has this course about psychology, and it is a very good course actually, because after that is when I knew that there are some apps that can help me to reform or to reformat the way I think. And I started using Headspace. That one is okay. I know Urban Forex traders are also using it, maybe for mental clarity. I started using that. Then I went to another app by Saguru. Actually, Saguru has helped me with that so much. I started following Saguru, and he transformed the way I was looking at life, businesses, trading, myself. And today I can say I'm a bit calm now. It is not the way I was that time. Like, I want to make, this is not what, I want a bigger percentage, not this one.
Yeah. Because I mean, when you say, I guess when you see some of the numbers people make out there, the Instagram numbers, it looks amazing. Yes. But even 5%, you ask a bank to give you that, and they'll say they can't even compete with that, right? Banks are talking about 2% a year or something, and you're making 3, 4, 5% a month. much better than what they can offer you. So no, that's
Sure.
very good. Now I want to go back a little bit because I'm curious to know, when you first came across Naveen and Urban Forex, what was your first impression of Naveen? What made you feel like, this was worth paying attention to?
Okay, actually before that, I had followed so many gurus, the YouTube traders. I know you understand them. And the way they were making it, like, the way they marketed Forex is like, when you are trading, you should have this, you should be driving this, you should be reading this. But when I found Naveen was like, okay, I will give you the knowledge, and then from that knowledge you can come up with your own strategy, you see. Because there is a lot of information. Actually, there is the course has a lot, so you cannot use all of it. You have to choose what will work for you. And Naveen was like, actually there is that statement that Naveen kept on saying, it is not hard, it is easy. Repeat after me, it is not hard, it is easy. And actually that one gave me hope that with Naveen, I will be able to coin all what he is saying and make it my own trading strategy. And as you know, there was this guy, ICT. I followed ICT a bit, but I couldn't understand anything. But I said, I don't want to change strategy. I want to go with what Naveen has been saying. Actually, I have come to realize the most important thing in trading is you don't jump from this strategy to another one, maybe after 1 week. No, you just need to master one strategy as many times as possible. Because if I combine all the indicators and it can still work if it is well practiced. So I have come to know there is no working strategy. What there is, you practice one, you just have one mentor. If you have like 10, you won't make it, because this one will tell you to do this, the other one will tell you to do this. Yeah? And that is why I decided to go with Naveen, because he is a cool guy. Let me see.
Yeah, good. No,
and
that is so true.
Yes.
Yeah, sorry, go on.
And also, the Forex knowledge, he is deep. You see, actually, even telling you need to look at this, you need to look at this, and then it's only that I don't have a place to write. Can you see the circle? Yes. Can you see the circle? Yeah. So Naveen, I think he has impacted many lives. That's like there. Many people have tried other mentors, and I can tell you there are so many people, my friends, who have used ICT for so long. But there are some challenges there. A lot of material, because they think you should master everything that they were given. With what I was given by Naveen, I can say this thing, it is more of practicing one strategy from your mentor. One mentor only. Yeah,
it's like, I think there's a saying, they say, Bruce Lee says, I don't fear the man who knows 1,000 kicks. I fear the man who practices one kick 1,000 times, right?
Absolutely.
You have to be a specialist, and then if you know what you're doing, then everything's simpler. I like that when you bring up. I want to dig into this a bit more, because you said now you find trading actually quite easy, right? You said it's quite easy once you have the right guidance and resources. But was there any, I guess, particular moment or course or experience you had during your Urban Forex education that made you realize, okay, I finally get it, this makes sense, this is easy?
Yes. You see, this journey started back 2016, and it has come from 2016, 2017, 2018, 2019, 2020, 2021, all the way up to now. And I was asking myself, people are coming into trading, and after maybe 3 months, 4 months, the person is telling you he is making a lot of money. Why not me? I want also to make that. But I think my time was not yet. And I can say being patient in trading is the key, because you cannot just come in trading and you expect money the first 1 year, the first 2 months. There is a statement from the course that Naveen normally tell students. Okay, now if you are told to study, you are given a token of like 10,000 USD, maybe after a period of 3 years or 4 years. And you are told you'll be getting that every month. But now you have to do the work from first year, second year, third year, fourth year. Now he was asking, how will you do that work? How will you do that work? And now that one gave me, like, if I keep on doing the work without looking at the result, I shouldn't so much on the result, but working, doing something every single day. And when Naveen said that, I think that one has also been giving me hope of continuing studying, because it is not easy. The way he says it is not easy because you are doing all, you have everything, you have been mentored, but there is one single thing in your mind that is not letting you make it. So there's challenges. Challenges are many there. There are very many, because if you are there doing the work every single day and there is no payment, actually losses, now you can understand the pain. But what I know, even if it has to happen that way, don't quit. Naveen has the key. Naveen has the key for the new students who will be starting very soon. Maybe be patient, do the work. That is it. Do the work. Don't look at the result. Your time will come. Yes.
Yeah. Now, one thing I want to ask as well is just tell me about your experience after completing the Urban Forex courses or education. I think then you've already talked a little bit about your prop firm challenges, and I know you've passed quite a few of them already. So what made you go down that route instead of trading your own capital?
Okay, you see, if you are targeting something like 3% a month, you also need a huge account, because let's say I am trading 5,000 account and then I target 3% a month, so that is around $150 from a 5,000 account. Is it? Because it is 3, yes, it is around 150. So you see that amount 150 cannot sustain me even if I have a big account, because nowadays what I look at most is risk. You see, risk. If I see this setup won't work, I don't have to force it to work. But if I just, and per trade, you see, the pro firm guided me or forced me, not even guiding, because you're following rules, and if you break them, you're not there. They made me now to understand that if I if I risk 0.5% of my account size to 1, I don't go above that. 0.5 to 1. And I can see many people ban their accounts because they're risking a lot. You cannot risk 5% of the account size, because if you risk 5 from Pro Firm and they're telling you if you lose 10%, you're gone. So I have to give myself more trades. If I risk 0.5%, I am giving myself 20 trades. I cannot lose all of them. Even if I am just guessing, I can't lose all of them. But if I risk like 5% per trade of my account size, then I just need 4 trades and I'm done, you see. So choosing the Pro Firm was a better way for me, because 500,000 making 150, $500,000 making 150, it cannot sustain me. But if now you have like 50,000, you are given a capital of 50,000, you are risking the same 0.5 to 1%, mostly 0.5. You see, even after a month, even if I get the highest percentage as 3%, I have my $1,500, which somehow I will be able to do my stuff with that. That was the main reason, because a big account will help someone not to ban it, because you want to risk a lot.
Yes, it's true. Yes, correct. You're almost forced to take more risk with your smaller account, which doesn't work in trading.
So that you may make more money.
Yeah. So one thing I really like or admire about what you said, Paul, is your discipline and your risk management. And you already talked a little bit about some of the difficulties and how prop firms have helped shape that. I'm curious to know, when it comes to your education with Urban Forex, how has that helped with some of your discipline and your risk management?
Okay, you see, Rian, for you to trade, you need a strategy. Yes. Let me say, Urban Forex has helped me to have a strategy. Yes. And now when you have the strategy, now what you need is the discipline. You see, you need that discipline that I will be trading 0.5%. It is very easy to say, but sometimes you think, oh, I didn't do what I said. You see, and that is where I told you that I had to practice meditation around. So that, and there is a saying I always say, I am not this mind, I am not even the body. So that if I am trading, it is not out of emotions or out of anger that will make me to place that trade, but I will place that trade being me, you see. Because most of the times you find, if you lose a trade today, you want to recover that money today. Reason being, you had risked a lot, and it is a lot of money that you have lost. But if I have lost a percentage that I am very much okay with it. I want to revenge. I will wait for tomorrow. When I am very much okay, I will do my meditation before I start doing the analysis and everything. And I will be me that time, not now the person who was angered by the trade yesterday.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. Good. I like that a lot. No, that's nice. Because, emotions is what drives the market, right? That's why you see sometimes the price moves so much. It's just people can't control themselves. So really, we have to be the ones in control. Otherwise, you're just giving your money away to the market. So I really like that. Sure. That's good. Now, I guess one thing I want to ask then, how do you feel your trading has evolved over time? I mean, even 2016 is a long time, or even if you look maybe 5 years ago or 2 years ago, what feels different about the way you trade compared to before?
Okay, when I started, actually for the last 3 months, I did 3 years, I didn't take anything. I lost. I was trying to trade. I deposit like $2,000. Then after a few days, I raise that account up to $5,000, but I lose it within 2 or 3 days. Reason being risk management. So, and also using strategies, changing strategies which are not practiced. You see, you go to the YouTube and you find someone showing this and this and this, and then you try. That person may make money out of that simple strategy, but you who have not practiced, you fail. So I can say that one reason I have learned is to be contented with what I know and what I have learned from Naveen and all the courses. That is one. And the other thing is risk management. Actually, that is key. If I knew that 9 years ago when I started trading, if I knew about risk management, I don't think I could have gone the phase that I went through. It is all about risk management and discipline, and also acceptance. You need to accept how much are you okay losing, something like that. You see, if I am not okay making $2,000, to some, that is just peanut. To another person, it is a lot of money. So if another person is telling me I should risk 1% from 100,000 USD, 1% is 1,000 USD. 1% only. I am not okay losing 1,000 in a minute. As we speak, I am not okay. So that is why I got to a smaller size, like $500. That is 0.5%. Because you also have to look at, like, am I okay losing this? How will I feel if I lose this? You see, that one I can say, if I knew that before, I couldn't be where I am today. Risk management, discipline, using one strategy, don't change, and one mentor.
Very good. I like that. I guess last one, just to wrap up here. So what would you say drives you now? Is it the financial side, the freedom, just the growth you're seeing in yourself, or just satisfaction seeing your skills develop and pay off?
Okay. Like today I can say, even if I have the strategy and a good mindset, I also have some challenge, because you see, there is that urge of trading. Actually, it is not there anymore. And sometimes I feel like, I don't even want to open that chart. You see, I feel like, actually, that is, I can say it is a very negative thing to me, because sometimes I feel like, I don't want even to look at that chart. I don't know the reason why, but I am working on that. Actually, that is what we discussed with Mariana when I talked to her, and I was like, now what changed? I have the strategy, I have everything that I needed, I have the discipline, I have now these funded accounts and the ones that are in charity. What changed? Because the urge I had back 2016, 2017, it is not there anymore. But I came to understand it is only that I changed my mindset, like treating it like business. You see, when you treat Forex like a business, and a business will be boring. Actually, that is what it is right now. I have the strategy, I have everything. What is now remaining is now to ignite that fire back, so that I may start feeling the same urge of maybe trading, not actually learning, but trading. And to solve that, I'm trying my best to start recording videos before I get into a trade, so that I may ignite that fire once more. And I can see that is working, but I also hope from my mentors, Urban Forex, I'll get a solution.
Okay, good. Let's go into that a bit more. So what do you think is happening? So you mentioned a little bit of the business side of it, right? So it's becoming, in a way, it's almost like a job, because you have to turn up and do this, and it's like part of it becomes tedious, like work rather than excitement. Yes. So what do you feel like is happening there? Do you think you're losing motivation? Do you think the 3% is affecting you, or what you want, your goals, or what you want want to achieve, or what are you thinking about that?
So it is not about losing motivation, and for the 3%, it is okay depending on the account size that you have, and it is a guaranteed way of, like, if you have had it, losing that account will be, unless the company go down, it is very hard for you to lose all of it. So that is a positive side, but still, without now having that urge in trading, it is affecting me because I feel like, oh, now I have a lot of time because I am not working the other side. I also need to concentrate more on this, and because there are so many things that I am planning to do from that same capital that I'll get from that trading. So I feel like, yes, 3% is good, but somehow not meeting my daily obligations.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, that is always, well, it's really good that you're staying disciplined, because that is one of the hardest things you can do. I know one thing that Naveen always, he encourages us in the team, sometimes will come back to us, make sure we do it a lot, is just spend some time, focus on your goal. I just try to think about, it could be long-term goal or something you're looking for, and not just thinking what the goal is, but also a lot of visualization exercises. So he likes to encourage, we do a lot of, like all meditation style or visualization style exercises, visualizing your goals, visualizing you achieving your goals. And because it is really, a lot of the time you need more than just the money, right? The money is not good motive. It's not something that can keep you going, right? It's nice, it's a nice feeling to have, but generally you want the money so you can do something with it. So having clear in your mind of what the goal is can help you as well, right? That gives you more reason to get up today and say, you know what, I need to do this now because this is what I'm aiming for. It's not about the money, it's about getting to this destination, because there's always going to be ups and downs, but if you know where you're heading and you have the vision that you're going that direction, then that will just push you through any difficulties as well. So if you may be already doing this, but maybe if you're not, just if that's something Naveen's very heavy on, right? Even in the do or die program, that's every start of every class, I can tell you make sure you reflect on your goals, because that's the whole reason you're doing this, right? There's a lot of struggle we go through as traders, so it has to be well worth it. So maybe reflect on that, think about that, and see how that helps you.
Sure. I think what you have told me is very practical, and visualization, I have been doing it. I visualize my goals, and maybe even before I get into a trade, I first visualize to see, I see the chart. When I'm visualizing, I see the chart, getting into a trade, getting a profit or a loss, and now I ask myself, how am I feeling now? Because I have entered a trade, I have lost. How am I feeling? I have gotten into this trade, I have lost. What am I feeling? And that one has helped me to balance my emotions. So it is very practical. And thank you very much for those insights. I'll also add them to my trading journal as a way of keeping me motivated.
I think there's some science and research as well in this, but usually the best time to do it is first time, as soon as you wake up in the morning, when you're still a little bit sleepy, not yet awake. That's the best time, when the brain isn't that, you're like asleep, but you're not really. Try to do it then early in the morning. That's when it really absorbs, and then you start your day with purpose, right? You know why you're getting up today. So try that. And also, of course, please don't hesitate to reach out to us, right? Let us know how you're going with that, and feel free to share. We always love to give any little tips that we can.
Sure. I'll let you know if anything comes up. I'll let you know.
Cool. All right, Paul, it's been awesome to catch up. Thank you for sharing your journey with me, and I think it's such a strong example of what happens when you apply the right mindset with patience and discipline. So awesome. Keep up the good work, my friend.
Thank you very much, Ryan. All the best. And thank you so much for this call. And also thank you for this platform or this company called Urban Forex. Thank you very much.